All right, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the recent No Kings riot in Los Angeles. And the reason why I want to talk about it is because I've heard and seen the phrase mostly peaceful and peaceful protesters to describe rioters to last a lifetime. But each time I've seen it still being wrongfully applied to a riot, it makes me want to start my own because I can't believe they're still pushing that narrative after all that mockery back in 2020. Now, the reaction to the recent No Kings protests on the West Coast has been no different. As you saw in my recent video and what you're seeing right now on the screen, is that when anti ICE rioters tried to breach the security fence around the federal building in downtown Los Angeles, the attacks against the federal agents continued for nearly 2 hours. Multiple dispersal orders were given, not to mention all the tear gas and pepper balls and pepper spray to get people away from the fence, away from the building. But a lot of people in the crowd just refused to leave. For example, when they were throwing chunks of concrete, the rioters at the federal agents, naturally that got a very strong response. And so there was a lot of tear gas used in the immediate aftermath of that. But once the tear gas had mostly cleared from the building area, the rioters came right back to start the confrontations all over again. It had to take help from the Los Angeles Police Department to fully clear this violent mob from the street, and at least 75 people were taken into custody for anything from refusing to disperse to assault with these concrete blocks. But, wouldn't you know it, it turns out actually that the police were in the wrong the entire time. At least that's what you get if you listen to the Los Angeles politicians. First up is Nithya Raman, who is a Los Angeles councilwoman for District 4. Now, where this took place was not her district, but Raman, who was actually born in India first and is currently running for mayor, said the following on X: Angelenos should not be kettled, arrested, or punished for exercising their First Amendment rights, including the right to document what they see. If you were detained or arrested for bearing witness or for an unlawful assembly after you were already contained, that demands accountability. As you can see in the post right there, she went on to call for all charges to be dropped against people who were peacefully exercising their rights. Next up is Ray Wong, another far leftist who is also running for mayor. And I started seeing a pattern here, who also made an initial post before deleting it after getting negative comments. I didn't get the full screenshot, but I got the important part, which she also said that police wrongfully kettled, quote, peaceful protesters. She then posted another statement that kind of just basically continued her gaslighting about the riot that took place. Now, as someone who was quite literally there and who took the video that you're seeing right now, you can take it from the crowd that the people that were arrested were not peaceful by any stretch of the imagination. The Federal Protective Service gave multiple warnings for people to leave. And like I said, now, despite all the normal measures that you see from law enforcement when it comes to confronting riots, people came right back, even though they were told that they had to leave because it was no longer a peaceful assembly. People in the crowd made their intentions known not with just what they did, but what they also expressed on Saturday. Yeah, super duper peaceful. The reason why responses like Ramen are concerning is because she was recently found to be in second place behind Mayor Karen Bass for this year's election. While Bass currently has the lead, she's not that far ahead, and she actually has a 56% disapproval rating, which is pretty significant for an incumbent. Now, to be clear, there was a peaceful march in downtown Los Angeles on Saturday, but guess what? Because they didn't attack federal agents or property, there was no need to kettle or arrest them or use tear gas or use pepper balls because it's almost as if you don't do that, there is no need for a police response like we saw outside the federal building. If you like this video, if you want to continue to support my work, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the next one.